The world's great novels. Tonight, the NBC University of the Air presents the first of 4 episodes in its dramatization of Fyodor Dostoevsky's greatest portrait of life, The Brothers Karamazov, another in its series of books that live, the world's great novels.
The monastery lay a quarter of a mile outside the town, and beyond it was the hermitage, a lowly 2-room cell. This, for many years, had been the home of the great elder, Father Zosima, the holy man to whom so many turn for guidance. On the day that our story begins, a young man wearing the long, dark gown of a novice monk is walking slowly back and forth along the portico outside the hermitage. Preoccupied, he does not hear the click of military boots on the flagstone path. He looks up startled as a tall, dark, uniformed man stops beside him.
Alexei.
Dmitri. You startled me.
Yes, I can see that. But why? You were expecting me, weren't you? This is the day for our great family meeting with your elder Zosima.
Yes, this is the day.
Come, then. From the look on your face, one would think you'd just seen a miracle.
That's just it, brother. I have seen a miracle.
One of your precious elder's little tricks, I suppose.
Oh, don't talk like that, Dmitri. If only you could have seen... Brother, there was a peasant woman. She was ill with a fever and delirium. They brought her to Father Zosima this morning. He blessed her, and she was healed completely. Oh, Dmitri, Father Zosima is the greatest, the holiest man alive.
Come down to earth, Alexei. Who ever heard of a Karamazov daydreaming over such stuff?
Oh, Dmitri,
Listen, Alexei. There's a favor you can do for me. Meet me later today in the garden in back of Father's house, and I'll tell you all about it.
But why in the garden? Why not...
In the house? I am not welcome there, and I don't want to be.
All right, brother. But now there's a favor you can do for me.
What's that?
Will you try not to lose your temper today? I don't want Father Zosima to be offended.
I'll do my best. But I can't answer for myself if our dear father starts his lying and ranting as usual.
This meeting was Father's idea.
So you think he's in good faith, eh? You know he's only looking for a chance to play the buffoon and to trap me. If he really wanted this thing settled, he could pay me the money he's cheated me out of without coming to Father Zosima and to talk it over there.
Dmitri, nothing like that in front of Father Zosima, please.
All right. Alexei, how did you happen to turn into a monk anyway?
I don't know, brother. It seemed to be something I had to do. With so much darkness in the world, this was where I found the light.
You're looking for answers, then. Ivan is looking for them, too. But not in your way.
Yes, Ivan. It's an odd thing, Dmitri, but I seem to know you so much better. Even though Ivan is my real brother and you're only my half-brother.
Thank you for that, Alexei. Because I love you better than anyone in the world. This is too bad of Ivan and Father. Where can they be? What the deuce can be keeping them so long?
Seated in a carriage on the way to the monastery, Fyodor Pavlovich Karamazov. The insolent little eyes in the vicious, bloated face dart continually from the window to his companion, his third son.
Ivan, how much farther is it? Aren't we getting close?
We're almost there. Why didn't you start on time?
Oh, well, no matter. This monk should be glad to see me. I've just given the monastery 1,000 rubles to pray for the souls of my 2 wives. Good enough for them, huh?
You'd have done better to treat them decently while they were alive, instead of keeping a disorderly house with your drinking and your low women.
Ivan, you talk like that to me, your poor old father.
You're not poor from giving too much to your sons. Why, you never looked at me or Dmitri or Alexei either, from the day we were born.
Ivan.
And if it hadn't been for Grigory, a mere servant, and the relations who saw to our education, what would have happened to us?
My son...
Oh, you're no father. You're a drunken old fake.
Ivan! Alexei doesn't abuse me like that.
Alexei is a monk. He thinks it's not right to pass judgment.
Oh, you, with your learning and your atheistic ideas. At least the monks are honest. Some of them.
And I'm not honest, I suppose.
Well, I know something you'd like to steal. You've got your eye on Dmitri's beautiful fiancée.
Why?
And 60,000 rubles.
You old liar. Katerina Ivanovna's an honorable girl, and I'll have none of your filthy talk about her.
Inside the hermitage, Father Zosima made a sign for Alexei to stand at his side, and for the others to sit down on a row of shabby chairs against the wall. The small, faded room had a look of hardware, like Father Zosima himself, though his eyes were bright and his lips smiled frequently. Alexei watched his father and was ashamed. His fears were coming true.
You are welcome here, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you, Sacred Elder. You must forgive us for being late. You will forgive us, Blessed Father.
There's nothing to forgive.
Oh, you're too kind. I try to be punctual. After all, punctuality is the courtesy of kings, is it not?
You're scarcely a king, Father.
Listen to him. I'm not a king. Don't you think I know that, Ivan? Oh, I'm saying the wrong thing. I always do. But believe me, Your Reverence, I only do it to make people laugh. Great elders, say you're not annoyed with me.
Please don't distress yourself and stop being ashamed.
You hear, Ivan, you hear? Father Zosima understands me. Father Zosima, look, I'll even go down on my knees. Tell me how to be good. Tell me how to find eternal life.
Get up, Fyodor Pavlovich. This is all sham and pretending.
Oh, I can't stand any more of this. Get up off your knees, Father. What right have you to pray?
Dmitri, you promised me...
I can't help what I promised. This whole thing's a farce.
A farce? And whose fault is that? Oh, Holy Elder, I want justice. My son Dmitri is a robber.
You cheated me out of my mother's estate.
I owe you nothing. Oh, I know why you want money. I know. Listen, Holy Father, this robber, my son, he's betrothed to a good, honorable girl, Katerina Ivanovna, and what does he do?
I warn you, no more.
He runs after the enchantress Grushenka. Yes, she's the one he wants. He wants money to get her.
Why, you shameless hypocrite.
Yes.
This enchantress you speak of, Grushenka. You're jealous of me because you want her for yourself.
Dmitri, this is shameful.
It is, Alexei. Oh, why is this man alive? Why is he allowed to defile the earth?
Kill me, then. Parricide! Ah, you hear, Sacred Elder? He wants to kill his own father.
God have mercy on you, Karamazov. God bring peace to your heart. Dmitri Fyodorovich, let me bow down before you.
Oh, Reverend Father, no, you must not do this.
I bow down to you, Dmitri, to the suffering in store for you.
Lie down here, Father Zosima. Lie down on the bed. Oh, you are ill. They've made you ill.
You must pray for your brother, Alexei. There will be sorrow in your house.
Forgive Dmitri, dear Father.
Forgive? I knelt at his feet that he might forgive me, that I cannot bear his suffering for him. Oh, Alexei, the sins of the fathers are visited upon the sons, and I pray God they may not touch you. For Dmitri, I understand him. He is good, he is honest, but he is passionate, and from his passion comes his torment.
But what have he done?
He has a black heart, Alexei. He will destroy himself. He believes not in man, nor in God, nor in himself. And in that way of life there is death. Go now, my Alexei. Go to your father's house.
Let me stay here with you.
You are more needed there. And remember, my son, this is not the place for you. When it is God's will to call me, leave the monastery. Live in the world. Work. Work unceasingly. And remember my words. For my hours are numbered.
No, dear Father, no.
Do not cry. Rejoice and pray for me. Now go. Be near your brothers, or there will be tragedy in your house. Go, dear son.
Alexei's heart was heavy with anxiety as he left the dim cell and came out into the sunlight. He hurried toward the big Karamazov house where Ivan and his father lived alone. As Alexei reached the garden of his father's house, he heard Dmitri calling to him.
Alexei?
Dmitri.
In here, Alexei. In the summer house. Good boy. I thought you'd forgotten to come.
I got here as fast as I could. Why are you hiding in here?
I'm watching for someone. Alexei, I want you to go and see Katerina Ivanovna for me.
Katerina Ivanovna?
Yes. And tell her I can never see her again.
Dmitri, has it anything to do with that woman?
Grushenka? So you're ashamed to mention her name. And I should be even more ashamed. She's ruined me, Alexei. And yet I can't get away. I don't want to get away. When I was in the regiment, I led a wild life, Alexei. I loved wickedness. And yet, everyone liked me. I was a hero in the little town. They thought I had money.
And that was when you met Katerina?
She was the colonel's beautiful daughter, the belle of the town. And she wouldn't speak to me. She wouldn't even notice me. And for that, I wanted my revenge. I paid her back, Alexei. I took the pride out of her. I made her come crawling to me for money when her father was sorting his accounts with the government. The inspectors were coming to town. They'd have caught him. She came to me late one afternoon and asked me for the money. She was terribly frightened. I let her stand there, and I looked at her. Then I took out a note for 5,000 rubles. I folded it up very carefully and handed it to her without a word. She turned as white as a sheet, and then she ran away. I started singing for joy.
But when were you betrothed?
Not right away. She went to Moscow and sent back the money with a letter, saying she loved me and wanted to be my wife. And then I did a really stupid thing. I sent Ivan to see her.
What was so stupid about that?
You don't know that Ivan is in love with her? And how can she love me when she looks at him?
But she must love you. She asked you to marry her.
She's giving me her life out of gratitude. Don't I know she's 1,000,000 times better than I am? I'll drown in the back alley and she'll marry Ivan. Go to her, Alexei. Tell her.
What do you want me to say?
Say I'm never going to see her again. Tell her I sent her my compliments.
But where are you going?
To the back alley, little brother.
To Grushenka.
I can't help it, Alexei. I'm plague-stricken, I tell you. I've given up everything for Grushenka. My honor. Everything.
There's more, then?
Yes, there's more. Katerina gave me 3,000 rubles to send to her sister in Moscow. And what did I do with the money? I took it, and I drove to the next town with Grushenka. I spent it on a banquet. I'm a thief, you hear? But I don't care. I'm going to Grushenka. I'm going to marry her if she'll have me.
Katerina will forgive you. Ivan and I will give you the money, and you can pay her back.
And when would I pay you back?
Why don't you ask Father for 3,000?
Would he give me money to help me marry Grushenka when he wants her for himself?
But he's an old man.
He's an old satyr. He'd do anything to get her. Why, he's got 3,000 rubles in his room right now in a big envelope. And he wrote on it, for my angel Grushenka when she will come to me.
How do you know it's there?
Schmednikov told me. He's the only person the old fool trusts. So now Father's hoping Grushenka will come for the money. That's why I'm watching her. To keep her away from him.
Do you think she'll be here today?
I don't know. I'm taking no chances. Schmednikov's going to let me know if he sees her coming. I'll stop her, Alexei. I've got to.
But Father will see her, too. What if he...
If there's an if, Alexei, it will be murder. I'll kill him.
Brother,
What are you saying?
Oh, I don't know. I'm afraid at that moment I may loathe him so much I won't be able to endure it.
As Alexei and Dmitri sat talking in the summer house, Fyodor Pavlovich, in his large, old-fashioned drawing room, was finishing his dinner, attended, as always, by the aged Grigory and the dark-faced, contemplative lackey, Smirdyakov. He was starting on his brandy and was in great good spirits, so he listened with delight to Grigory telling a story he had heard that day in the village.
And this honorable soldier refused to give up his faith. He was tortured by the heathens and died, glorifying the name of the Lord.
Wonderful, Grigory, wonderful. They ought to make a saint out of him. They'd make a lot of money out of his bones.
You're making fun of me, Fyodor Pavlovich.
Fun? Yes, I'll make fun if I please. Look, even Smirdyakov is grinning. What do you think of it, my Balaam's ass?
I think he should have given up his faith and saved his life. There's no sin in that.
Why isn't it a sin, you rascal? For that you'll go to the devil and roast like a mutton.
Well, I've roasted many a mutton in my time. Done about as fair, as they say.
Smirdyakov, you ought to be whipped.
Don't scold him, Grigory. Oh, you're in a bad temper. Why don't you go to bed?
As you please, Fyodor Pavlovich. But I still believe...
Never mind what you still believe. Be off with you.
Famous rascal. Nothing to do but...
Go. There. He's gone. Now, tell me, Smirdyakov. You saw my Grushenka. You told her about the present I have for her, the 3,000 rubles, huh?
I told her, Fyodor Pavlovich.
Huh?
She seemed interested.
She'll come then, will she, my angel? When will she come? Will it be today?
Oh, that I could not say. But I'm quite sure she'll be here.
Good boy. You shall have a gold piece. Oh, now there's Ivan. How am I going to get rid of him if she comes? Where is Ivan, by the way?
Ivan Fedorovitch is in his room. He's packing his clothes.
Packing? Then he'll go, after all. He'll go to Chamashnya to sell my land. I'll make more of it. 8,000 rubles.
And Grushenka can come while he's gone.
Perfect! Everything's perfect. Quiet, I hear him coming.
Well, Father, I see you're at the brandy as usual.
Oh, a glass or two, Ivan. It does me good. Ivan, Smirdyakov tells me you've been packing. Is that right?
Smirdyakov talks too much, as always.
But you will go. You'll go to Chamashnya to sell the land.
I haven't said so. I may go to Moscow.
Oh.
Or I may not go at all.
Oh, what have I done to be cursed with such undutiful sons?
Don't be cross with Ivan, Father. Leave him alone.
There's my good boy, my Alexei. Come in, boy. Come in. Sit down. Oh, you should have been here a while ago, Alexei. We were on your subject. We were talking about a man who saved his soul. Ivan, you know everything. Tell me. Is there a God?
There is no God.
Alexei, is there a God?
There is a God.
Oh, you two can't agree. Well, Ivan, is there immortality?
No immortality either.
Then if there's no immortality, there is no good and no evil, eh?
There is no good and no evil. There is nothing.
Brother, how can you talk this way?
Let him talk, Alexei. Perhaps he's right. There is nothing. Nothing but liquor and money. And women.
And you've had too much of the liquor.
Liquor and money and women. Especially women.
Father, you're drunk.
I'm drunk? I'm drunk. Women, did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you about the idiot girl, Lizaveta Smirdyakov? Huh?
Father! Smirdyakov, you may go.
At once, Ivan Fedorovitch. At once.
Huh? What's the matter? What did I say?
Oh, I didn't know you were so stupid.
Oh, yes, you despise me. Alexei, you must not love Ivan. You're a good boy, Alexei. You're my good boy.
What is that? What's happening?
Where is he?
Dmitri!
Where is Grushenka, you old fool?
Dmitri, he'll kill me. Ivan, don't let him get at me.
Smerdyakov, why did you let him in? I tried to keep him out. I tried.
He's here somewhere.
No.
Smerdyakov told me.
No.
Where is he? Tell me! Tell me!
Save me! Save me!
There's how much will save you there!
Madman, you killed him.
Serve him right. If I haven't killed him, I'll come again and kill him. You can't stop me.
Dmitri, will you get out of here?
Oh, Alexei, you tell me. Was she here or not?
I swear she's not being here. No one expected her.
All right. Don't say anything about the money, Alexei. Just go to Katerina. Compliments and farewell. Remember, I've got to find Grushenka.
Father, here. Pick him up.
Nezhikov.
Yes, I'm here.
What was Dmitri talking about? What did you tell him?
I told him nothing. He came in, but I didn't speak to him. He was lying.
Shenka.
Oh, stop mumbling, you old lunatic. Smerdyakov, get him to bed.
Come along with me, Fyodor Pavlovich. Come along.
If I hadn't pulled Dmitri off, well, it wouldn't take too much to do for the old man, would it? Heaven forbid. Why should heaven forbid? Serve them both right. Oh, don't worry. I won't let him be murdered. Why don't you stay and keep watch with me? I've got to go to Katerina Ivanovna. I've promised Dmitri. For that compliments and farewell? Dmitri has asked you to go and say that he takes his leave of her? Yes, brother. How will this end? Who knows? Dejected in spirit, almost afraid to think of the day's events, Alexei left his father's house and turned toward the high street where Katerina Ivanovna lived. When he was shown into Katerina's drawing room, he saw that he had interrupted visitors, for there were empty teacups on the table. In a moment, Katerina Ivanovna came in.
At last you are here, Alexei. I've been praying for you to come all day. Sit down, please.
I've come to... He sent me.
I knew he would. What did he say?
He told me to give you his compliments and to say he would never come again.
His compliments? He used that word?
Yes.
Then he was excited. He hadn't made up his mind.
Oh, that might be it.
Then I can still save him. Tell me, did he say anything about money? About 3,000 rubles?
He said he was a thief, that he'd lost his honor.
But that's not true. I'm his friend. Oh, Alexei, why is he ashamed to be open with me?
It's because of that woman, that Grushenka.
But I can forgive that.
He wants to marry her.
He won't, because she won't marry him. That girl is an angel. Do you know that?
Oh.
You don't believe me, but I'll show you. Grushenka, my angel, come in here.
You called me angel, lady.
This is a friend, Grushenka. This is Alexei.
I have waited a long time to meet Alexei.
Oh, see, Alexei, isn't she lovely?
I didn't realize that you knew each other.
This is the first time we've met. I wanted to know her. And when I sent for her, she flew here like an angel and brought us peace and joy.
You're too kind to me, dearest young lady. I'm not worthy.
Not worthy. Oh, people are so wrong about her. Only think of it. She loved a man 5 years ago. She sacrificed everything to him and he deserted her. But now he's coming back and Grushenka will be happy again. Oh, Angel, give me your hand. Let me kiss it. There, again.
You don't understand me, dear lady. I have a willful heart. I fascinated you, Dmitri, only for fun.
But now you'll save him. You gave me your word. You'll go back to that other man.
Oh, no, I didn't give my word. I may go back to Dmitri. You see, I'm so changeable.
But you said something quite different. I never expected...
Ah, young lady, and do you still like me so much? Give me your hand. I'll kiss it, as you did mine.
Why do you only hold my hand like that?
You know, perhaps after all, I won't kiss your hand.
As you please. But why not?
So that you may be left to remember that you kissed my hand, but I didn't kiss yours.
Insolent creature.
And I shall tell Dmitri, and how he will laugh.
You vile woman. You're a creature for sale.
For shame, young lady. For sale, indeed. You visited Dmitri for money. You took money from Dmitri once, he told me.
I'll kill you.
Katerina, not a word. She'll go away.
Let me go, I say. Let me beat her. Dmitri, don't hold her. Good. What's the matter with me now?
So she wouldn't kiss her hand, eh, Alexei? Oh, that's her all over.
Don't laugh, Dmitri. It was terrible.
That she-devil. She's magnificent.
But Katerina...
Oh, I see. Right through her. She thought she could bewitch Grushenka, did she?
But rather think how you've insulted Katerina. Grushenka flung it in her face.
Ah, you're right, Alexei. I am a scoundrel. Come, that's enough. You go your way and I mine. I don't want to see you again.
Not see me?
No. But, wait a minute. One more confession. To you alone. Look at me, little brother. Look at me well. Here. Here on my breast. There's terrible disgrace in store for me. The greatest dishonor of all.
What is it?
Never mind. Only listen. I can stop this disgrace. I can get my honor back tomorrow. Only I'm not going to do it. It's the back alley and the she-devil for me, little brother. And don't pray for me. I'm not worth it. Goodbye, Alex.
And Alexei lay that night on his cot in the monastery, wondering in his heart why Father Zosima had bade him go forth from the peace of that holy place. For in the interweaving lives of his family, of the world outside, there was confusion and darkness in which one lost the way.
The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky is one of the world's great novels, brought to you each week by the NBC University of the Air. Listen next week to the second episode of The Brothers Karamazov, and remember that this and countless other great books are to be had in your local public library. To enhance your enjoyment of these broadcasts, NBC offers you Herbert Gorman's Handbook of the World's Great Novels. Just send 25 cents with your request to World's Great Novels, Post Office Box 30, Station J, New York 27, New York. That's World's Great Novels, Post Office Box 30, Station J, New York 27. The Brothers Karamazov was adapted for radio by Clarence A. Ross. The music was composed by Emil Soderstrom, and the orchestra directed by Bernard Berquist. The entire production was under the direction of Homer Heck. Grushenka was played by Patricia Dunlap, Katerina by Jean Murray, Dostoevsky by Donald Gallagher, Alexei by Charles Flynn, Ivan by Larry Alexander, Dmitri by Boris Aplin, Fyodor Pavlovich by Sherman Marks, Father Zosima by Arthur Peterson, Schmerchikov by Cliff Norton, and Grigory by Philip Lord. And this is Dave Garraway. The program came to you from Chicago and has been a presentation of the National Broadcasting Company and its independent affiliated stations. This is NBC.